Hey YouTube, this is Reese,
This is Chris.
This is Raphael.
and this is a review of Bleach Chapter 504, Before the Shadows. So, Raf, man, give a quick recap.
Okay, so basically the chapter starts off where it last ended in the last chapter with Yamato facing off against the Overkill Vanderich. It shows a little flashback at the beginning showing his first division captain's Bankai. The Overkill guy releases it and basically starts taunting him, saying, "Oh, this is the first time you've seen it in 200 years." It goes into a little flashback now, basically showing Yamato when he was younger with his first vice captain, sorry, basically explaining, oh, why he never used these Bankai for 200 years and that he was using it for, what was it? I think it was, sorry, how do I
What's up?
pronounce this? Blah. It was like, he trained and he was basically using it as a thing to compensate for Yamato's anything he couldn't do. He kept trying to improve it over the 1,000 years.
Oh, you mean him
Yeah,
trying to be the
yeah,
thing about him trying to
basically,
be the right
yeah,
hand?
Yeah.
like the
Yeah,
right hand. Yeah, so he basically explained that why he wanted to be right hand and everything. It keeps cutting back, going showing that the Vanderich using the lightning on him doesn't seem to be doing much. And he's just standing there as usual, Yamato, just thinking about his vice captain and the name he used is it Ejisa Dono to do with the scar on his forehead, which he
yeah.
hates. And basically, that was another thing. It was like showing a bond between them, why he appreciated him so much, things like that. What else did it show? Yeah, he basically Yamato said, "Oh, if you want to prove how strong that Bankai is, use it against me and see if you can defeat me." He didn't defeat him with it, but it showed where the second scar came from, and that caused the X on his forehead,
Forward. Yeah.
which yeah, and it basically gave him a new nickname. I actually can't remember what that was.
X head. I'm joking.
No, Jujisai.
Yeah, Juji Sa, but his vice captain refused to call him that, saying that just because he made that squad, he will still call him Eji Sa. And then because of that, that was what caused Yamato to call himself Genru Sai. So that was a little flashback of his origins and his vice captain. And then it just goes back to him getting blasted again furthermore by the Vanderich. And then he shouts out saying, "Oh, I don't believe this is how weak it is," and basically just one shots him, melts his face. So, so yeah, it was kind of ironic because it was technically an overkill to the overkill Vanderich.
Exactly. You know, I want to say that I think this page 17. That's probably one of the best I don't know face panel Cuba's ever done. You can actually see the intensity in Yamamoto's face when he's shouting him like the Bankai was not this weak. You know what I mean? Because he experienced it before. He's like, obviously this guy is not using it the right way. And as Ref said,
That
he proceeded to roast this guy's face.
that
Yeah.
was a disgusting panel, man. You could actually see his skull and his ribs, everything.
You,
It's like, damn.
he ain't coming back.
Exactly.
Oh, clearly
But
not.
hold on, wait, guys. We are reading Bleach. We never know.
True. If he survives this, it's quite surprising, but at the same time, it's like,
It's
nah,
Bleach.
okay then.
Yeah,
I
because
think I thought the rule was if their head is gone or
that's
damaged,
true.
that's
Yeah,
about
yeah,
it.
the head is damaged, then there's no coming back.
Yeah,
True.
it's kind of like zombies. So yeah.
It's true, actually. Everything does go by that rule,
Mm.
as far as I know.
But yeah, guys. So individual thoughts on the chapter.
I liked it. This is a very good chapter, man. It says a lot.
Mm.
It said a lot.
That's the thing about Bleach. I can honestly say that I do enjoy some most of the flashbacks in Bleach. It's not like flashbacks aren't as heavy as they are in Naruto when you get one at
Yeah.
every 2 to 3 chapters. Bleach flashbacks are really interesting because we don't really know much about the backstory in Bleach anyway. So to get a flashback,
Especially when a character dies, man, you get a good flashback usually.
mm,
Yep.
You learn something
Yeah.
new.
Yeah,
And
because
it's kind of cool learning about what's the guy's name? Sasaki. I can't even say his damn name.
I think it's a sake bay or
Lieutenant.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, man. It's kind of cool, like, actually learn a bit more about him because, he's always been in the background. You never really see him.
Mm.
Just like, oh, cool. Now we know a bit about this character. And that's always a good thing.
He
It
seems more
was
upbeat when he was younger,
kind
though.
of
What was that?
He seems a lot more upbeat when he was younger, though.
He is older, man. Think about it. It's nearly as old as freaking Yamato, isn't it?
Mm.
yeah. And if you think about it, Byakuya was the same. He used to be kind of like typical
Energetic.
teenager. And now,
Yeah.
yeah, now he's
The
now he's
thing,
kind of like
okay, he's like a flipping, he's not want to say royalty. What do you call him again?
a noble.
A noble. So they're obviously they're gonna be more reserved and calm,
Mm.
try and keep that demeanor. But yeah, yeah, Sakakiba is alright. He's cool.
Yeah, it just would have been nice to see some more of him. Like, actually proper fighting.
Yeah,
Would have been
but
cool to actually see him actually do this stuff back in like in an actual fight, like against the friggin' Arancas or something.
Shikai sucks though, man.
What the hell does a Shikai do though, man? All you saw is it turn into a rapier and that was it.
Exactly, that's what I'm
that was
Then
saying.
Ichigo punched him in the stomach and then it was out cold.
it was never elaborated on.
Mm.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. It would have really been kind of cool to see him actually in the Aranka arc fighting like
I
everyone
just
else.
I'm
I
pretty
just
sure
think it's
it made it. There's other two things. First of all, like in the Aranka fight, he was responsible for setting up the barrier. Okay, one of two things. He could either not be that great combat situations, or Genryu's, trusts him the most that he keeps the barrier stable. Um, I don't know if it could be a combination of the both of them actually, because he doesn't really seem like a fight. Well, from what we've seen, obviously now we've got backstory on him. We've got this now. So Kubo could have made this up. Obviously, he has made this up anyway to make him
Yeah,
seem like a more reliable fighter. But from what we've seen previously in Bleach, he is not a good fighter at all. He was not
true.
he was not used in the Aranko War because he was not a good fighter back then. He was taken out by Ichigo really easily. Um, for someone who was a Bankai, that should not have been that shouldn't have been the case. Because Renji wasn't even taken out by Ichigo that easily. But then again, granted, Ichigo never had Bankai at that time, but that's not the
True,
case.
and plus they did big up Renji
Huh?
as like a they did big up Renji as kind of like one of Ichigo's stepping stones.
Yeah. But this guy,
more or
in a
less.
way, this guy outranks Renji anyway.
Yeah, but I mean, no one kind of knows about him or anything, so it's like, yeah, he's not
I
important.
still think he pulled something out of his ass though. I still
Yeah,
I still think this guy's weak. I don't really see him as, I never will, and I still don't see him as a strong character. I just think that his Bankai was a brilliant plot device to let us know that the Vandenreich can actually steal Bankais, and this is kind of a nice little character development for Genryusai to see that he's overcoming the subordinate's death.
yeah.
That's all this guy was to me. Interesting Bankai, well not that interesting, but a character development for Genryusai. That's it. He's not a fighter at all.
More or less. Yeah.
Yeah,
As I said, it was a I think it was kind of wrapping up his backstory,
backstory.
kind of.
Yeah,
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 because I think the final part of his story will probably be, when he goes up against Buckbeard, because there's obviously some sort of history between them two,
yeah, and
and
that's
then
when you're gonna basically that's when
yeah.
you probably end up dying, and that'll be it for Genrysan.
yeah,
He'll probably then open up into the friggin' Royal Arc,
I,
the
I
Royal
more
Realm.
right.
I have an idea. I think I know what Cuba is doing. Actually, if I don't know if we actually touched upon this, but I think it's really cool that we actually saw a younger Yamamoto as well, like actually with black hair, not grey. That was cool. But another thing, I think Cuba actually set up the last two chapters in a nice way, where we're seeing the strongest of each faction taking on someone fairly strong within their own faction. Like we see Genryusai taking on the overkill guy, who we can actually safely say he's a strong Vandenreich. He's quite strong
Yeah,
because he said he kills every time he kills, he gets stronger, and he was the one that killed Sakakiba and
Satan.
stole his Bankai. So he's fairly strong, and Genryusai took him out quite easily. And we're seeing the other side of the coin of that, where we see Buckbear going up against Kenpachi, who is a fairly strong Shinigami. Now, obviously, Buckbear is going to beat Kenpachi, because we can't have the main villain be defeated this early.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So we're gonna see the power balance between the two factions, the strongest in each side, just how strong they are. It's obvious Yamamoto, sorry, is strong because he killed this guy easily. One slash, the guy's done. And we're gonna see how Buckbear deals with Kenpachi, and based on that, we're gonna see the difference in power between the two strongest on each faction.
yeah. Good point, man.
yeah, I agree.
So yeah,
Um,
want to go into ratings?
Yeah, man. Go.
That Raf?
I'll be outrageous. Um, no, I'm not gonna give it a 9. I'll give it an 8.5.
Read my mind.
Am
Literally, I was gonna
I
give
the
it
only,
five
and I
as
think
well.
I'm the only one who doesn't want to give it a point 0.5 number, man. I was just going with a straight 9.
A nine.
Yeah.
All right, then I'll change my
And
mind.
don't be in the middle try to say 8.75 because that doesn't exist.
no, I'll say a 9 then, cause I did like it, but I just didn't want to rate it too high. Like,
Hey
I
man, it was
mean,
a good chapter, really. You
Uh,
came at the end of it smiling.
yeah, it was,
yeah,
yeah,
it was kind of after everything that's happened, like yeah, like Kenpachi's got like two people dead now. Oh no, three he's killed, hasn't it? And
Really?
that's like a fourth one now, so it's kind of like changed the mood slightly.
yeah.
So
It's
that
like
Yeah,
where
it's like,
it's
oh,
not
maybe they can actually stand up to these guys a bit.
it's like we now know that Shinigamis aren't completely overwhelmed. We do
overpowered,
yeah,
yeah,
we still have a few of them
underpowered,
that actually can stand up to them. You know what I mean?
yeah,
Might as be one or two. You know, we got Yamamoto and we've got Genpachi. I don't know who else is actually doing good. Because I know can never pronounce this guy's name. The flower kimono guy. He's actually getting his butt kicked right now.
yeah.
Supposed to be one of the strongest
He
captains.
lost one of his eyes, didn't he?
Yeah.
We don't know what's happening there, innit? Because he still does look quite calm.
He's never really
Remember?
stressed out in a fight. I've never seen him
Is that
stressed
it?
in a fight. Uh,
Exactly. You know what I mean? Even though he's kind of like, lost his eye kind of thing, he still looks kind of calm and confident that,
Yeah,
he can actually
don't
put up
get
a
me
fight.
wrong. Just saying he did lose his eye though. Like,
yeah. But
um,
yeah. Other than that, I don't really know who else. But then again, yeah, that's a wrap up for the chapter. Basically, we could probably do a discussion video based, on how the war is going so far. Comparisons between the Bleach War arc and a Naruto War and that. But that's in another video.
That's another video, yeah.
That's all we
yeah,
have for you
definitely.
this week, guys. Bleach was great as usual. You know what? So far, Bleach has been the most consistent of the three. So far, every chapter has been good. Every chapter has been above an 8 in my opinion so far of this
Yeah.
arc.
Yeah,
Uh,
definitely.
enjoyed it.
It's been
Looking forward to next week. Definitely.
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
definitely same here.
To keep up the hype.
Mm. But yeah, guys, you know the rule. Comment, rate, and let us know what you think of it. And obviously subscribe for more videos. And look forward to next week's review. This is
So yeah, catch you on the next one.
See you next week.
later, guys.